The choice. This week's topic is the turning point.
She heard a song on the way to LA. An old friend used to play. And nearly brought her to tears. They hadn't spoken in years. Checked in, then she raced through the crowd. There's only one seat left.
That takes my grade up. There was a D to a C. I was like, okay, bet. So now I have two C's. And so then as I'm continuing to look, I realized that I look at my other class and there's 3 assignments that haven't been turned in. So then I'm like, okay, so I email him, boom, boom, boom. And then at that point, that's when, once I email him, he's like, okay, we'll turn these assignments in. That busts my grade up a little bit more. So then I look at it again, he done added the half points of the 2 midterms to it, and I got a B and a C. So I'm talking to my friends, I'm like, man, am I gonna be on probation? This, that, and the other. And he's like, yeah, man, I mean, most likely you will be. And so I end up going back and looking at it, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, time out. So I call him up and we have a conversation on the phone. Well, come to find out, what was online versus what my grades actually were was wrong. And so I talked to my professor, and he ends up telling me, no, you're not gonna be on probation. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I don't worry about it. Come May 16th, get a letter in the mail. I'm thinking, hey, good job, you made it on the road. The letter says, Mr. Miller, we regret to inform you, but you are now on probation. I was like, oh no, I'm on probation. So I called my professor, and when I called him, he tells me, he's like, nah, man, I'm sorry. Like, the calculations were wrong. Let me send it to you in an email with the calculations really were. And so what happened was, what I thought was going to be on probation, I actually ended up with 2 Bs. And so, but because I was diligent, because I was focused on the progress and not the process, and because I continued to be persistent and say, no, this isn't right, go back and do it again, that's what allowed me to be able to get the 2 Bs. So I have a question for each and every one of you. What is it that you have to be a little bit more persistent at? What is it that you got to go back and be like, okay, I didn't do it right the first time, but I'm going to get it right this time? When these particular things come to mind, what do you do? Because ultimately, what you should do is, all this should turn into that right there. That frustration that you have about your employer, that thing that hurt you and that allowed you to not be confident, that thing that made you sad and made you upset or got you stressed out and made you begin to have anxiety and worry, the thing that made you down and depressed and made you say, I gotta get them back. What are you using that energy for? Because all that should be motivation that pushes you towards the future. Everything that happens to us in life happens for a reason. Everything that happens to
Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. But whatever you do, you have to fight.